Hello, welcome to my channel, and I never in my wildest dreams thought I'd make this video, but here it goes. So since about a couple of years ago, my boyfriend and I have been talking about going to Asia. We have been a lot of places together and a couple places separate, but we've never been to that continent. Neither of us. So in the fall of 2019 we started to plan for real, and in the late of December same year we booked our trip and hotels that we would stay on, and we never imagined that this would be the outcome. So we were set to leave on the 2nd of March, and in the days before there had been some evolving in the spreading of the virus, or aka the current situation of the world, and some cases had also been spread to Norway, unfortunately. We still did not see any harm in traveling, and just to be sure we checked with the vaccination office, and there were no signs that the virus would spread this much and neither hit Norway this hard. So we moved forward as planned. We took the plane and traveled from Trondheim to Bangkok with a transit in Oslo on the 2nd of March. Alright, so we got off the plane. Not so hot here. It is air conditioned and it is actually pretty decent. Subatavi Airport. Alright, so we gotta get to immigration, get that going, then we'll get a bus or a train. We then had one night in Bangkok before we took the night plane that were leaving for Tokyo on the night to the 5th of March. So we have been sitting here waiting for the plane for about 1 to 2 hours. We are flying Scoot. And yeah, it's the corona outbreak right now, so we are wearing these masks to kind of stay away from getting infected and try not to get sick, so we have to go into quarantine when we get home. So yeah, we're wearing these masks. The virus, as far as we know, are spread by like liquid contact, so we hope we don't get it. We take the necessary precautions. We have a lot of good hygiene, use a lot of sanitizer, wear these masks when we are in crowded areas, and also like try to stay away being close to a lot of people at the same time. Yeah, so I was saying the corona outbreak is at its peak right now. It's calmed down in China, and we have now kind of led Norway to go where it's kind of on the probably hit its peak and just going downwards. I'm almost scared to have like a normal cough if you have something stuck in your throat now that everyone is really full when it comes to this virus. So we try to keep that at a minimum as well. They'll probably start boarding us in about 30 minutes, maybe 20 if we're lucky. So we'll just get nice and cozy. It is the night plane and we get there early in the morning, so try to get as much sleep as possible because we have a long day exploring Tokyo tomorrow, and yeah, we're really excited to go there. So next time you see us, we might be either on the plane or at Narita Airport in Tokyo. Bye. So after landing in Tokyo, we then had one night there. Then we rode the Shinkansen to Kyoto, where we stayed for 3 nights, took the Shinkansen back and had 6 more nights in Tokyo. Now, up until this point we had been making the most of our trip. A lot of attractions were closed due to safety reasons, but we were following recommendations from both the Thai and the Japanese government, as well as the Norwegian government, to stay safe. We wore masks, we were very careful about hygiene, we sanitized often and all that stuff, but in the meantime the situation around the spreading of the virus had evolved too much. So on the 15th of March we had to make an easy yet very hard decision. Hello, we are now at the Narita Airport in Tokyo, and today we were supposed to go to Bangkok, but that's not the case because of the coronavirus. So we found out late last night that the Norwegian government was considering closing the borders to Norway. So, like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, yesterday evening we found out that the Norwegian government was considering closing the borders to Norway, and also that the Thai government was considering or passing through a law that made all foreign citizens go through screening and quarantine when they enter the country. So we had to choose between kind of two evils. Either we went forward with our trip, went to Thailand and would most certainly be put in quarantine for 14 days, which would result in us not catching our flight back home to Norway that was scheduled to go, that would be 9 days after us arriving Bangkok. Or we could go back to Norway, face quarantine there, which we also would have faced if we went to Thailand and then got sent home to Norway afterwards. So we could also choose to go to Norway and face quarantine there for 14 days and then have it as a medical leave, then maybe be so lucky that we got our insurance to get the money that we then would lose on our Thailand journey back. So the latter is what we chose to do. So yesterday evening we were trying to call our insurance company and the airline company and the Norwegian government for foreign affairs to try to hear and try to kind of sort out the situation, because this is really, it's not scary, it's uncertain. And it is also very uncertain when you're in a foreign country and you would like to go to the Norwegian embassy, but they're closed and you don't know who to talk to. So that's kind of uncertain. So we couldn't get through on any of the phone lines because we were probably not the only ones that were having this issue. So we resulted in going to Narita Airport as planned, because our flight to Bangkok would anyways be leaving at 9:30. So we went to their desk, tried to get help cancelling their order with Scoot, which was not very helpful. Told us to call, we told her we had called, told her we had sent an email, and she said that you will get respond per email. So I know the tickets are non-cancelable and non-refundable, but I need a confirmation to kind of get the insurance stuff going. We also went to the Thai Lion Air. They were really helpful. They could not give us a full refund, but they gave us the refund on the airport tax, so that's better than nothing. And we also had to cancel the hotel in Phuket and the hotel in Bangkok. So there goes kind of the sunny vacation part of our trip. But that's okay, we just have to do it later. And we were so lucky that we got to experience three beautiful days in Bangkok before we went to Tokyo. So there's also some beams of sunlight up in all of this, and we also got to experience a lot of beautiful things in Tokyo, even though most of the attractions were closed. That's what happens. It's not something that we can do anything about. And so we are hoping that the trip from Tokyo via Copenhagen and then to Trondheim will go smoothly, and we hope that we just get to push forward and not be stopped in Copenhagen to be put in quarantine there. So fingers crossed. So we have a transit in Copenhagen in Denmark. Not any fuss at all. We just had to go through passport control and that sort of stuff because we come from outside the US. So no worries. We are sitting here just waiting for our flight to Trondheim. Then we'll have the last part of our long and partly unwanted journey home, but at least we got home, and that's the silver lining right now. And we're healthy, so that's good too. So we have now been in home quarantine for the last 6 days. This video is filmed on the 21st of March. And our jobs made the necessary arrangements for us to work from home. We are also feeling healthy and following the recommendations put upon us by the Norwegian government. We are also lucky that our families are helping out with getting groceries, and we're very grateful for that. In retrospect, nobody knew that this would evolve to the state that it has evolved to, so saying that we wouldn't have gone if we knew the outcome is irrelevant, really. We have been, and we also are, doing everything that we can to prevent spreading, and also can you by following your own government's recommendations. We still had some awesome days in Japan, so there will be a lot of upcoming content that will kind of go in depth and show every awesome thing that we went through and that we experienced while in Japan and in Thailand. So I hope that you can also check that out. That was a little status update and how we experienced the situation. It is also safe to say that it felt like the life both in Japan and in Thailand kind of went on as usual. The only difference were that they were face masks and that they were sanitizing a lot, because in front of every store and in bigger stores there were these big pumping bottles full of hand sanitizer that was free for everyone to use. And in Thailand they were also measuring like the temperature in your forehead when you were entering certain locations. So without that, it wasn't much that we experienced that would point to there being a kind of viral outbreak of a virus. We also saw that like when we were in Thailand there were about like 70 occurrences of the virus. Now we have also heard that the Thai citizens have to pay for testing themselves. That might be the reason why the numbers are so low. It's hard to say, and the test criteria I guess just like stricter and stricter, and they testing more and more just to uncover how big of a situation we are standing upon. I still hope that this moves quickly and that we get back to the state we were in before, so we don't have to be worried about going out our own front door and just kind of live life as normal and get back to that. So that was a little status update from this part of the world. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, wash your hands, watch out for those around you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!